This is my basement theater. I wanted the lighting in here to feel calm, clean, and built in. Not like LEDs were just added after the fact. So I rebuilt the lighting in the entire room from scratch. Before anything went up, I stripped the room back and started fresh. The goal wasn't more light, it was better light. Lighting that fits the room, disappears when it's off, and completely changes the space when it's on. When you're working with LED channels like this, the corners matter more than anything else. They have to be planned first, even though they can't actually be installed first. If you don't plan the corners up front, everything else ends up fighting you later. And with these corner pieces, the LEDs have to run straight through. It's honestly kind of a pain, but if you rush this part or try to cheat it, you'll notice it every single time you turn the lights on. Once the corners were planned, the ceiling install itself was pretty straightforward. The LED channel keeps everything straight, hides the LEDs themselves, and helps the lighting blend into the room. This LED channel is designed to throw the light at a 45-degree angle. So once it's installed, the light naturally washes across the ceiling instead of pointing straight down. That spreads the light evenly and keeps the LEDs completely out of view. The shelves use the exact same steps as the ceiling. I'm just going to slow things down here because it's a lot easier to see everything close up. Once you understand this part, the rest of the room makes a lot more sense. This is where taking your time really pays off. Once the channel is straight, everything else tends to just fall in place. From there, it's just installing the LED strips into the channel and keeping everything consistent. Now, this is the part that usually intimidates people the most. But honestly, soldering LED strips isn't hard. It just rewards patience. You don't need to be an expert. You don't need fancy tools. If I can do it, you can do it. If you take your time, make clean joints, and don't rush it, you've absolutely got this. And doing it cleanly here saves you from a lot of headache later. If you want a full step-by-step soldering walkthrough, I've got a dedicated video for that, and I'll link it below. For power, I'm using a proper 5-volt power supply instead of a basic wall adapter. That gives me stable power, plenty of headroom, and something that's designed to run continuously. If you're building something smaller, you can absolutely power this with a standard power adapter. I went this route because of the size of the room and the amount of lighting I'm running. And also, there's always room for more upgrades on this power supply. I also spent some time cleaning up all the wiring. Nothing fancy here, just keeping everything secured, out of sight, and easy to service later. Once the room was finished, I didn't want to notice any of it. All the controllers and power supplies are hidden and out of sight. But everything is still easy to get to if I ever need to make a change or fix something. Nothing here is permanently buried or sealed in. Before covering anything up, I powered everything on and tested it. It's always easier to fix the problem now than after everything is closed up. This is the part where everything really comes together. Without the diffuser, the LEDs still look like LEDs. Once it's in, the light feels soft, even, and a lot more intentional. This is where it stops feeling like a project and starts feeling like a part of the room. If you're curious, everything I used here is easy to get. I'll link it all in the description. I hope you enjoy the final look, and thanks for watching.